Good morning and welcome to day 91 of Geriatric 1944's Coronavirus Diaries. Rather sad today, an old friend passed away. Clive Selwood, who used to run my record label, UK Records, in the 1970s, finally succumbed. He had a terrible heart attack, months ago, back in January, February, and was rushed to hospital and expected not to live for more than a few days. But he survived. He survived during all the initial lockdown of the stupid coronavirus rubbish. And he was released from hospital. He was in Portsmouth Hospital. I'm mentioning all this because there may very well be nurses and doctors who looked after him and found him a wonderful human being, as indeed he was, down at Portsmouth Hospital. He went back home, where he had apparently a superb carer called Robert. Hello, Robert, if you're watching this. And was doing okay, emailed me a lot of times, but he really wasn't very well. He was in his 80s. He lost his beloved wife Shirley years ago, and that really hit him hard. Clive used to run Dandelion Records for John Peel, and after he stopped doing that, he came over to me at UK Records and ran that for a while. But he was more than just a past employee. He became a very close friend, as did his wife. And during my last trial in 2018, as it was being set up, Clive had some very, very strong evidence against several of the false accusers who had come up with lies about what happened in the 1970s when Clive was running my record label. And Clive actually had solid evidence that they were lying, which he was prepared to come to court and swear on the Bible to the judge were lies, and he could prove they were lies. He insisted on doing this, even though he was very frail at that point, and I was quite worried about him coming all the way up to Southwark Crown Court and having to stand in the witness box, not something I would want to do, and defend somebody who is technically a convicted vile pervert like I am, although I'm no longer a sex offender according to the law. I've been removed from the sex offender register because I'm such a good boy, and fresh evidence came to light which proves that my convictions from 2001 were unsafe, shall we say. But anyway, Clive was very, very keen to come and went through the most enormous grilling and everything and just absolutely said, I'm coming no matter what it takes. Luckily, he wasn't needed because, as you know, I was first of all acquitted on the three major charges, and then the whole trial collapsed and the judge banned dreadful Surrey police from ever bringing the matter up again. But as a result, my 25 different character witnesses, all of whom had a great deal to say about specific false allegations, were not needed. But I remained very grateful to all of them. I saw Clive quite frequently recently. I tried to take everybody who had offered to come to court and had signed up for it out for a lunch or a dinner as a thank you after the whole thing fell apart. And I saw Clive several times. We had a lovely lunch with Johnny Beerling, who used to be the head of Radio 1 at the BBC. You may remember him if you're elderly like I am and vulnerable. And Clive was great and attended the luncheon and had a wonderful time. And he was very chatty and happy right up to the very end. I think I got my last email from him last week, so it must have been just before he passed away. When he was running my label, he picked up or was very enthusiastic about a lot of very obscure records, as you can guess somebody who'd run John Peel's label would be. And I'd like to sign off today saying, Clive, lots of love. If you can get YouTube and kingofhits.com and Facebook and Twitter and all the other places up there in heaven, where I'm sure you are, with your beloved wife Shirley at this very moment. And many thanks for being a dear friend, a loyal supporter, and a damn good runner of my label. And one of the records you picked up never did a thing, but it was a delightful little record. And I believe the singer and writer is still around. If you are Pat Codd, here for you and for Clive Selwood is your charming little record, Harry and the Hula Hoops. It's still on UK Records and available if you want to get it through Spotify. And I think it's really nice and it's got a sort of mournful quality to it, which is appropriate. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Codd and Harry and the Hula Hoops for the delightful Clive Selwood. I hope I'll be around to see you tomorrow.
From her window she climbed down in the dark, and the kisses we stole left bright red marks. At the heart we went Dutch, those days were such alright. And Harry and the hula hoops are playing at the harp that night. And the time it stood still for us alone, as we swore we were never going home again. From the blue I just promised I'd be true to you, 'cause Harry and the hula hoops are playing at the harp that night. They went sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, sugar